NOLA Gent here, and in this episode, we're going to be exploring Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, in the Great Smoky Mountains. Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee is 7.5 miles from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and the ride can either be quick or much slower depending on traffic. While I was there was quite a bit of traffic, as you can see from this parking lot and this restaurant. It was crowded. This is a pancake house, and every pancake house I saw was very crowded. Folks around here really love their pancake houses. So the traffic in Pigeon Forge is pretty interesting, at least during my visit this time, as there would be spaces where you could drive with no interruption. It seemed it was a pretty clear and open drive. And then you would just come up upon pockets of traffic congestion. So there was a lot of stop and go traffic, and then you had pretty lengthy waits at a lot of the lights. But I was so surprised at how much new stuff has been built in Pigeon Forge. It's been a few decades since I was last in Pigeon Forge, and that's been too long because they definitely have built a lot of new stuff. Mostly when I was a kid and came to Pigeon Forge, it was mainly for my grandmother and mother to drag me around to outlet malls. There were not all these amazing fun things to do here like there are now. Gatlinburg had way more things to do. Now it seems Pigeon Forge has way more attractions in so many ways. I mean, Gatlinburg is still quite full of attractions, just a different kind of attraction than Gatlinburg has now. So they really complement each other really well. And then I've also noticed there's a lot of the popular restaurants that have locations in both Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. And that seems really useful for people that are staying in one of the areas and want to visit the other area but still try one of these restaurants. And it's also a telling thing of the strength of the economy here that so many restaurants can support two locations so close to each other. In my experience in both Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, there were frequently waits at all the restaurants during the time that I was visiting here. Alright, we're going to turn and take a little shortcut because the traffic has been backed up. We are actually on our way right now to go eat in a restaurant for lunch at the local Goat, because you know I've got a friend named Goat, so I've got to try any restaurant with the name Goat in it and probably get him a t-shirt. I'll actually have a review of the local Goat coming out here soon, so watch for that. And just go ahead and subscribe to the channel now so you'll get notifications of when those new videos come out. And hey, if you like this so far, give me a thumbs up. Comment below about anything you want to see changed, improved, any suggestions of other places to go eat and try out in the area. Okay, so it looks like maybe we're getting past some of this traffic. This is still a little backed up going the other direction, but it looks free and clear for a little while going the direction I'm heading. This traffic is very interesting, as it seems to be fine for a while, and then we have lengthy waits at these stoplights and the traffic builds up again. So now we're going to be circling around, and you can see those lovely beautiful mountains in the background there. That's always a beautiful sight when you're here. Living in New Orleans, we don't get to see such sights as that. It's all so flat we can just see the next building and can't see over it usually. So coming up ahead, I'm not sure if this is new construction or if it's a renovation of some previously existing structure. It looks like new construction to me. I could be wrong. They keep adding so much stuff here. I would not be surprised if this is some completely new construction. But it could be a renovation, could be something else, so don't quote me on that. To me though, it looks like something brand new they're building. So they continue to add things that are very impressive here. We're about to get to the main drag of the tourist area where they have added so much stuff. I'm so jealous they didn't have any of this stuff when I was growing up as a kid to go to. So now if you just look up on the distance on the left, you can just begin to make out the Ferris wheel of the location known as the Island, which is a big park area. So we're not going into that quite yet. We'll have a video later specifically just on the island, so watch out for that. And again, subscribe to get notifications on when that video is out. So this is one entrance to the island. There's another entrance to the island too. And look at all these cars going to the island. It's just people whizzing in. This economy is doing very well compared to most other places in the country I've been to. Other than the beaches are also quite crowded. The beach in here so far are the best places I've seen as far as having lots of people, crowds at restaurants. So Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Gulf Shores, Alabama, Orange Beach, Alabama, the beaches along in Florida have all been very busy with tourists, where New Orleans has been deserted and not any tourists. So at the end of the year, when the numbers come out and everybody starts to have the numbers, I'm pretty sure that Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and the beach areas that have stayed open are going to have significantly better economic outcomes than New Orleans and a lot of the other cities that have stayed strictly closed and not allowed so many places to open. So I do believe that Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg and the beach areas are doing things the right way. There's mandates for safety. People are wearing their masks. Now look at this place on the right. This is Pigeon Forge Snow, a really cool place where you have real snow to ride inner tubes down ramps. That's a cool place. I didn't get to go, but in the future I might check it out. Although personally I prefer to snow ski over a thing like that, but in the middle of summer, this might be a good option to cool down a little bit in that snow. Okay, so here we are going down the main drag. I mean, there's so many hotels around now. There are just so many things around here now. Definitely the hotels have exploded around here. So looking on the right over here, we see this upside down house that's an attraction. And then coming up also on the right is the Hatfield and McCoy's dinner theater, which is another great thing I've heard about that some of my relatives have gone to. I still have not gone to any of these things. There's another attraction on the left there. Another one with the Titanic on the right. Now we're going to see those a little more up close here, so you can see a little better view of those. The upside down house is Wonderworks with science attractions and rides. The Hatfields and McCoy's, as I mentioned before, is a dinner theater. And then the Titanic is an exhibit and museum of the Titanic. And then there's so many other things, I don't know what they are. I didn't get to go to any of these yet. I was down for a very quick trip, and wow, I definitely want to get back to investigate more of these places. I don't know what a lot of these things are. If you do, let me know. Give me recommendations of cool things to go to, cool things to see. I don't even know very much about what I'm looking at now as I drive down. It's all brand new to me, so this is just fascinating, seeing this all for the very first time. So King Kong on the Empire State Building there, that's the Hollywood Wax Museum. They've got several locations around the country. Then we're coming up on some more traffic, so a nice long wait again for me. I'll cut through and let you avoid that. So the driving here is so interesting to me. It's like you get to go for a while fast, then you hit the backed up traffic with these lights. Ooh, look up here on the left at this hotel advertising their rate. That looks pretty good. $59.95 per night vacancy in this hotel. That looks like a great deal. That's cheaper than the place I stayed at in Gatlinburg. That was about a 2-star motel. That was a very old motel. That place looked way newer than the place I stayed at. And wow, here we go. More new stuff. I mean, there are restaurants everywhere, but look at, there's just cars parked everywhere. That's an attraction. The hotels, the restaurants, they're full of people. They're full of cars. So the economy is doing far better here than any place that's locked down. Like New Orleans, where they have forced so many places to close and done such restrictive rules that we just don't have tourists right now for the most part. And just more and more attractions. I'm really overwhelmed. It's hard to know even where to start, as there's so many great things to see and do. Just with the dinner theaters, there's such a huge selection. If anybody out there that has gone and tried several of these dinner theaters, let me know which one is your favorite. And I'm also very concerned about which one has the best food. Which of these dinner theaters has the best food, and then which one has the best show, And maybe, fortunately, there could be a combination where there's one that has both together. Ooh, that would be a great combo to find. So this is a very interesting experience. As usually, I'm very well aware and have researched everything really well, but I wanted to go on this just with kind of brand new eyes. So I didn't research very much at all. So I am completely blown away and so surprised by what I have discovered in Pigeon Forge and in Gatlinburg, with just how much things have changed and developed. And wow, how much more traffic there is here as well. So you can also see up on the left that the Ferris wheel is there, so that should let you know that we are approaching the island yet again. And so we've gone in a great big circle. And look, more stuff. What are all of these different attractions and things here? So many fun things. It's literally several weeks worth of things you could do, maybe more. There could be months worth of things. I can't even begin to get a handle on how to calculate how long it would take to do all of this stuff. This is just really amazing about how much they have with entertainment for so different, many genres and things to do. This is really great. I'm gonna have to somehow schedule many more trips to just begin to start experiencing all the things possible here. So, from what I've seen here, I would say the economy has come roaring back from the COVID-19 situation. Now we're going to the island. We're not going to go all the way through. We're going to stop here, and in the next video, we will tour the island. You can see how many actual people are everywhere, too. The link to that next video on the island of Pigeon Forge will be at the end of this video, and the link on the right-hand side when it's completed. So if it's not listed at the end of the video, it's not done yet. So as soon as it's done, it will be listed. But subscribe so you'll know when it is ready.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.